Hi, everybody. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, with my virtual full moon ceremony for September 2022. And have you noticed that things are building just before the full moon? I liken it to tuning a guitar or a violin. You're tightening the string and you're tightening the string, and then just one twist too much and the string breaks and things go pop. That's how a full moon is, only not with such dire consequences. Things come to a head on the full moon, which just happens to be tomorrow. Today is September 9th, when Mercury goes stationary retrograde. Tomorrow on the 10th, full moon. Timing is everything. And so I've got a lot to share with you. And I'm going to reassure you that that tension that you've been feeling as the moon builds is real. No, you're not crazy. And if you have been feeling the shadow of the retrograde, meaning the shadow of the retrograde feels just like Mercury retrograde. And so if everything's been just kerflooey, no, you're not crazy. It's been kerflooey, okay? And so this is the time that we tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects, okay? With that in mind, I got a couple of announcements for you that I hope you enjoy. Number one, I've been talking about my latest book, Take Back Your Money. And the reason it is not yet in your hand is because the editing part it takes forever. And I've been through, this will be my 5th proof from Amazon. And I'm hoping that this one is absolutely perfect and we can launch. If you are on my mailing list, I will be letting you know when it launches. And you can just keep, if you prefer, just keep checking Amazon, because that's where it will be. Also, I am updating a book I wrote in 2014. It is not astrology. It is a science nonfiction book called the Earthbound Trilogy. It is based on fact, but it's a little more dramatic. Fear not, everything in my life, if I write it, I'm going to make a happy ending out of it. So this is very interesting. If you are a walk-in, you're going to want to get your hot little hands around this book. I'm just saying, okay? It just came through me very, very easily. Wonder why. So I hope you enjoy it. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I almost forgot. My dear, sweet webmaster, who is always giving me fabulous ideas and suggestions, suggested something that I have heard from many of you. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir when I do these full moon ceremonies, because I know that if you come to a full moon ceremony, you march to your own drummer. You are perhaps looking for answers that the average person is not looking for, and you are advanced, whether you know it or not. I was doing full moon ceremonies at the Phoenix and Dragon for 10 years, maybe more. And the people who attended were absolutely beautiful. And I was always so uplifted from those people who attended. as they were uplifted by the group. And I hope that you're uplifted by this group, because there are people here from all over the world. All righty. Now, so what am I saying? There is a new reading that I'm offering called the Life Purpose Reading. Some of you, and I know this is true for possibly many of you, haven't you looked up at the night sky and just felt one with the cosmos? And you've said, I know I have a purpose. What is it? Now, I have worked with some of you on your life mission. And with that one, we go beyond astrology. The life purpose reading is based on the way I read your birth chart from the standpoint of what your life purpose is. The heavy planets, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. These describe the karmic group that you incarnated with. There are millions of people, millions of you all around the world who have the same karmic possession, lessons to learn, positions in the birth chart. And you're just learning them in different areas of life. But there is a natural kinship between people in the same karmic group, because their heavy planets are in the same places, they're learning the same lessons, or they're teaching and exemplifying those planets. It's really beautiful. Then the quick moving planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, give you the details about what you bring to the planet to help you with your purpose. We all have a purpose. Now, the first time I looked at that idea, I said, well, our purpose here is to be the light that we are, to be our true selves. That's true. And while we're on the path, getting there without interference from our story, our life story, we have certain things that we have brought to the planet. Haven't many of you noticed that as you study, as you move forward, you are more inclined to express new facets of yourself? Because after you release a block, which is your program and your programming, then you're free to move forward. And, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So the life purpose reading is up on my website right now. So just go to MaxineTaylor.com, read it, see if it feels good to you, if it speaks to you. All right? Because if it does, we are going to have an incredible time. Now, I have a new option that's open to everybody. Many of you said you love the videos where I give you your readings, but you have asked me for face-to-face videos, and I've said, I can't do it. And the reason was very simple, because it's a question of my energy. And I realized I have to really work on my physical body so that I have the energy to fulfill my offer of a face-to-face Zoom session with you. From now on, if you would like a one-on-one session with any of the readings that I offer, it's available to you. I am loving those sessions. And they are propelling me forward to tell my acupuncturist, look, this is what I need in order to get energy this week, because I go see her once a week. And my chiropractor, they know that I'm working toward creating abundant energy so that I'm not wiped out during the day, and I can do more than one reading, and I can accommodate those of you who want a session with me. So, all right, let's see, full moon. Take back your money, please. Come on, spirit. Let's publish. Okay. Now, I'm just checking off all these things. Tomorrow's full moon in Atlanta, Eastern Daylight Time, is it'll be 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Convert it to your time zone, okay? It's in 17 Pisces 41. Find that. Find 17 degrees, 41 minutes of Pisces in your birth chart. And then combine it with what I'm getting ready to tell you about where it falls in your beautiful solar chart. Oh, I almost forgot something. Almost forgot something. My Take Back Your Money book, of course, is hopefully going to be out, as I said, tomorrow. Come on. And if you would like, along with that book, or prior to the book, or instead of the book, if you would like a one-on-one, face-to-face Zoom session with me, it's a 3-hour session. Of course, it's on Zoom, and that's included in the price, of course. Just go to my website and sign up for a Take Back Your Life session. And where there are room for notes, just tell me you want the Take Back Your Money session, and we will do it. And it will blow you away. It will. I've done it with people for a while now, and everything blocking you from creating wealth surfaces. And I've gotten the bottom line on the whole shebang, on the whole shooting match. Because I haven't finished growing and I'm still moving forward on my path. So I look forward to a one-on-one session with you whenever you are ready. And I can answer your questions right then and there. Okay, now let's do the full moon ceremony, shall we? The full moon is in 17 Pisces 41. So let's start with Pisces. Pisces, very often I get complaints from Pisces, from Pisceans who say, oh, we're the last sign and you never say as much about us as you do the other signs. Yes, I do. But just in case it doesn't feel that way, let me start with you and your gorgeous sign. This full moon is in your solar first house. And whenever we have anything going on in the first house, our mantra is, I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. I don't have to explain myself. I'm just doing it. And you know what? Pisces, my dear Pisceans, do it your way. Do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you can. Love it. Okay. So, Aries, this is a time to pull back and retreat. You want your solitude so that you can do what comes naturally to you, which is you do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want. That is the Aries signature, but you're doing it away from prying eyes. You're not doing anything wrong or harmful, or you just want to be left alone so that you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want. Do it. Taurus, this full moon emphasizes your friends, your friendships, and your humanitarian side. Is there a group that's very philosophical, philanthropical, universal? Beautiful. that's where you want to spend your time. That your friendship circle, your friends and your ability to be a friend is what is activated with this full moon. Gemini, your career is what is activated now. Be the leader. Step forward. You know how I'm always saying we are in unusual times, to say the least. It is time to step forward into your leadership. It is time to focus on your career. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for you to be a star. Focus on your career and step into the limelight. Be the leader that you are. Cancerians, you are seeing so much more than you normally do. Your eyes are open. Are you thinking of traveling, especially internationally? I know the airlines are driving us nuts. They're doing the best they know how. And take advantage of the fact that it is time for you to spread your wings and soar. So if you want to get out of the country, whatever country you want to get out of, just ask Spirit to guide you and get a refundable ticket, of course. Are you writing a great novel? Are you wanting more education, higher education? All that is activated with this full moon. Leo, great, grand, glorious Leo. You are now a psychic detective. You're getting to the cause of things rather than the effects. You want to know what's going on under the table, not above it. This is also a time of transformation, total transformation for you, and transmutation. You can, by the way, help other people create money for themselves. You know, you'll get it back. Of course you will. When you give to others, you receive tenfold. Virgo, all of your relationships, especially the one-on-one relationships, are activated now. Now remember, with Mercury retrograde officially tomorrow, the 10th, if you meet somebody, this is not the time to start a new project. But if you meet somebody and you really like them, allow that relationship to unfold. And if it's still alive and well, after Mercury goes direct in October, go for it. Or it could be that you redo the friendship, renew old acquaintance with an old lover. Oh, that would be lovely. And if you're involved in a partnership, whether personal or business, focus on that. Libra, your work and your health, very strongly activated. And you know, Libra, your ruling planet is Venus, the planet of beauty and money. Whenever I see a forecast that says work, health, and service, I always say, get thee to a gym. This is your time now to beautify yourself through health. Period, bottom line. And to focus on your job, not your career, but the tasks you have to do on the job. Scorpio, the most powerful sign in the entire zodiac. Oh, Scorpio is so underrated by so many old astrologers or old-fashioned astrologers who get their information about Scorpio from books that were written a while back, maybe many, many, many years ago, by people who copied information from other old books. And Scorpio, you are the phoenix, able to rise on its own ashes. Do it and inspire the rest of us. Well, this full moon says it's time for you to party. It is time for you to have fun. Gosh, I think the timing on this is perfect. If you have children, they're going to want your attention. They may be old enough so that you can enjoy their social life as well as your own. You can mingle with their friends and their friends' families, or you can just put a lampshade on your head and party. Sagittarius, home, family, and real estate. Very important to you now. Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you renovating? Or are you just sitting in front of the TV with a remote in your hand, having a wonderful time at home? Do it. And this is a time possibly to get clarity with family members. I don't mean go toe to toe with them. I mean get clarity with them. See them as friends. Allow them to drop the role that they have been playing in your life that may not be real fun for you. Free them from that and see them as a friend. Your life will change. I did it myself. Okay. Capricorn, you've got terrific ideas now. Write that book, write that blog, get in touch with people. This is a time to communicate with siblings as well. And what I just said about Sagittarius applies to you too, in the area of siblings. You have terrific, practical, logical ideas. Love your ideas. And last but not least, Aquarius, you are the sign this month that is the one who is going to be dealing with money and creating more money for yourself. And now everybody's looking around thinking, where are my Aquarian friends? And where is Aquarius in my birth chart? In the Aquarian birth chart, you can create money right now, Aquarius. So, happy full moon. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change what I do a little bit, not a lot. Don't worry about that, because the techniques I use work. But sometimes it's time to add new ones. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that you remember that it's your turn now. It only takes a tipping point, a small amount of us, to change the path of destruction that so many countries seem to be on. If you can think about it, if you can dream about it, do it. And what I always say is, do it now. Why now? Because you have the time right now. And so do it because it's your own contribution. If not you, who? If not now, when? When? Look at the world. The world is calling to you. All you walk-ins, light workers, star seeds, healers, psychics, those of you who are dedicated to lifting the planet one person at a time, go for it. And what I want you to remember is that if I could legalize astrology in 1969 in Cobb County, Georgia, which was segregated at the time, unofficially, but segregated. If I could legalize astrology in the middle of the Bible Belt in 1969 and open the door for all astrology astrologer wannabes, for those who did not like the fact that astrology was considered fortune telling, which it still is all over the country, the United States I'm talking about. If I could do that, you can do your dream. I was driven to do that. What are you driven to do? What are you driven to do? And I was going to burn my lists now, but what I'm going to do now, because I just opened the door to it, is right hand, left hand. You know what I mean. What is your dream for you? What part do you want to play in the uplifting of our planet? And you might be saying, I already do it. Wonderful. What's your next step? Is it to earn a certain amount of money? I know. I need my Take Back Your Life book to be on sale. I know it. It will be. So, in your right hand, you put what you really, really, really want to do, what your contribution will be to our planet. If you only did it with one person, that would spread and ripples would go out. So put what you want in your right hand. And now in your left hand, ask God to show you what's blocking you from that. I guarantee it, it falls under the category of your childhood programming. Left hand. This is the block. Toss it back to God. Let go of it. Let go of it completely. Give it to Source. Give it to Spirit. And since the subconscious mind does not know the difference between the past, the future, and the present, okay, because that's our pattern. First, we go into the past and we're sorry, and we have sorrow and sadness. And then we move into the future, which is nervousness and concern and worry. And we let that go, and we're in the precious present. So, if you will pretend, now that you've thrown your block back to God, if you will pretend that you have already accomplished what you want in your right hand, just move into it. Put it on your heart. Live with it. And now, let your mind take you to what your life would be like, what your life will be like, what your life is like now that you have gotten what's in your right hand. You heard me change tenses, okay? That was intentional. And if you want to pause this tape, write down how you feel now that you're living the life you want, now that you have created the wherewithal you want, now that you have attracted the love that you want, the career that you want, the friends you want, and live in that present. And for goodness sake, don't share this information with people who are negative thinkers. Just be the person you want to be, the person you have wanted to be and now are. And if another block comes up, right hand, left hand. Makes sense. Okay, now time to burn our lists. I have mine. If you haven't gotten a list of what you would like to create, and this is in the future very often. You write it, I want to do this, or I will do this. I don't do it that way. I do it in the present. Once I learned that secret, I'm telling you, it works. Now, we all have bad hair days. We all have times when we're not doing well emotionally, when we are back in our story, which wants to keep us imprisoned, yada, yada, yada. Do right hand, left hand. All right. I'm telling you, it works. So we are burning our lists. Here we go. And I am putting it in my burning bowl. And it's, you can't see it, but the flame is still going. There it is. You can see it. And I'm going to set this down on the floor. And I'm burning this so that I put it in Spirit's hands, in the hands of my ancestors, my spirit guides, the people who love me and guide me, and who tell me what to do and give me the best advice for me. All I have to do is listen to it. Does that sound familiar? All you got to do is listen to it. Come on. I'm a human being too. I know what happens. Chocolate is so good. Oh, okay. So now let's see what we're going to do here. Burn the list. We did right hand, left hand. All righty. You know, I've been an astrologer for decades, and I've been a coach, a spiritual coach. That's a very overworked phrase. I consider myself a spiritual friend. When I read your chart, and my clients know this. If you are a client, I consider you a friend. And the word client is cold and distance putting. I see everybody as my friend. I didn't used to when I was a kid, but God knows I'm not a kid anymore. And so, I'm going to share something with you that I think is the ultimate secret to success. And I've written books about the steps along the way. And you know, and I know that the answer is to be one with God, to recognize that God lives in here in this earthbound body. And therefore that spirit is what we are. We are love itself. We are truth. We are beauty. We are wealth. And we live in third dimensional thinking, where there are opposites of war and peace and health and illness and up and down and left and right and love and hate. And so what I've seen is that the thing that holds people back the most is that they will not let go of blaming other people, which means they're coming from their victim role. That victim role, that poor, pitiful me role, can hold them back. And what I've observed is that for some people, their childhood has been so egregious that the miracle is that they're still alive. People, if someone has wronged you, molested you, hurt you, betrayed you, whatever, there is a tendency to keep licking that wound. And I've written books to help you get rid of that. And the secret I have found is to take full and complete responsibility for everything in your life. Now, let me tell you what that means. It means that this is what I say to myself. This is very matter of fact, and it might be a little harsh for you, but I know what I have to say to me to get to the bottom of any issue. And what I say is, why did I create that? Well, the answer, most of the answer is because that's what I was programmed to do. And the next question is, well, do I want to keep doing it? No, I don't. But you don't understand what happened to me when I was a kid. You don't understand what this one said. And if you look at TV, I'm thinking of the Real Housewives of Atlanta or Dubai or California. Look at the news. People are punishing other people because they're blaming them. When you blame somebody else, you're not taking responsibility. And I think it's because you're not able to. And I get it. I know that what holds me back is me going into my story. And I know I'm in my story because I lose my joy. I lose my happiness. I get sick. When you're happy, you're healthy. And so all I do is ask myself, why did I create this? Now you might say, well, that's very hard on yourself. Actually, it's not. Because once I see why I'm doing it, I know it's my programming, I can let it go. Until then, my mind doesn't want to let it go. All right. So, let me see my notes here. So all I do is say, well, what's that getting me? I remember Dr. Phil saying when he first stepped onto the platform of fame, how's that working for you? The only one I'm punishing by remembering what somebody did to me who's no longer living, perhaps, is hold me back. My mind feels justified. And fortunately, I can share this with you because that is not anything I choose to do anymore. And I've gotten this information for quite a while. And I've shared it with many of you when we've done private sessions because it's self-defeating. And I also know what triggers it. Anything can trigger it. So let's not do that anymore. Let's let go of the victim role. And if you know somebody who is in the victim role, you might send them your love. Let's do it right now. If you want to start with you, do it. If there's somebody that who you love and who keeps going round and round like Groundhog Day with the same story, when you meet them for lunch, they're going to tell you the same story. It's like, oh my God, here we go again. Because they don't know how to get out of it and they don't realize it's killing them. It's making them sick. So once again, put your hand on your heart, move into love, and see yourself as the radiant light that you are. And then spread that light to a friend, maybe to your family, maybe to the city in which you live, or the country, or to every country on this planet. See it in light, see it in love, and see those of us who are light workers, quiet leaders, lighting the way, one planet at a time, one city at a time, one friend at a time. That's what I would do. It feels so good. And those of you who study astrology, Saturn is the planet of leadership, one of the planets of leadership. It is not restriction, it is not fear, unless you're using it on that level. I see Saturn, this is my little astrological tip for the month. I see Saturn as responsibility, not obligation. And my definition of responsibility, those of you who've had a reading from me know this, is respond to your ability, gifts, and talents as a leader, Saturn, a leader in whatever area, whatever house Saturn is in your birth chart. And on that note, I'm going to pull some star cards before I say goodnight to you. Okay. And what you're going to do is use the pronoun I, because this is for you. All righty? You are healed. I am healed. Put your hand on your heart. I am healed. And imagine yourself healed and stay in that vibe. Don't let your mind get into it. It'll tell you why you're not. You are honorable. I am honorable. I move into the magic. If you're with a group, you all might want to say it out loud, or if you're not with a group, especially if you're not with a group, you might want to say these out loud. I claim my true place. Oh, these are awesome. I am special. You are. I am magnificent. You are. I transform myself. You do. Yes, you do. I'm using present tense. Notice, I express my beauty. Yes, you do. People are so about beauty. They were taught, I don't know, that they're not beautiful. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Well, I'm not as pretty as her. No, you're prettier in your own way. I make a difference. You make a difference. I am funny. You are funny. Bring laughter to this world. I love this one. I tell the truth. You tell the truth, don't you? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. I am popular. You are popular. And one final star card. Oh my God. I am free. You are free. Oh my goodness. You are free to soar, to create wealth, to be supernaturally healthy, to be happy all the time. You are free to be your highest and best. Right hand, left hand will tell you what is keeping you from that. It's a program. And so, my dear friends, thank you for joining me. I wish I could see everybody, but you know how that goes. The kids need attention, the dogs are barking, etc. But just know that I'm thinking about every one of you. And I'm sending light out to our world, blessings to all those countries at war, blessings to Ukraine. God bless everybody on this planet, and may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now, my dear friends.